he had world-class talent, but he's never going to be one of those guys I'm going to put in a category of world-class.
Yeah.
World-class.
Brilliant to watch. He was brilliant to watch for sure, but you're right.
Yeah. World-class for me.
Nice
Because I
segue.
know you want to have this conversation. You have to do it over a prolonged period of time.
Okay.
It would help if you did it in multiple environments. Okay. Cristiano Ronaldo is world-class. Okay, Lionel Messi is world class.
They're God level. They're God
level.
Yeah,
no brainers because they went to different environments and they won at high levels. Okay, they went to their national teams and got it done to some degree. Francesco Totti was world class for different reasons. But when he was asked to play for Italy, he got it done for Italy too. Okay, was instrumental as a creative player in Zoff's Italy in the 2000 Euros that they lost to France in the final. 2006, he played a part in that World Cup run. That would be an example of world class. Is Olivier Giroud world class? I struggle with this. I said there was 4 world class players currently in Serie A when Bonetti had that. Yeah, Del Piero absolutely world class. But I'll tell you what. The Italy part took an awful long time for him to get over that hump. 2006, scoring that goal that put it away against Germany.
Before you give your 4 players, let me read the Bonetti tweet about the world class. So we rarely get into subjective conversations, but this one is an interesting one. It's a fun one because everyone has their say. And so Bonetti tweeted out, wanted to list every player in Serie A who he thinks is world class. And please complain down below. This is a lovely thing because lots of people chimed into this. But he said Lautaro, Barella, Osimhen, Di Lorenzo, Kvaratskhelia, Leao, Maignan, Theo, Vlahovic, Chiesa, Dybala, Lukaku. And so that's what his list. And
as excellent as Kvaratskhelia has been, he's not. I can't call him world class yet because he's done it for Now, here's what I'll tell you: he's at the doorstep because he's done it for Napoli, but now he's on this drought where he hasn't scored since March for Napoli. We've seen Davide Calabria lock him down. But, on the flip side, the qualities that put him at the doorstep, he goes and plays for his national team where he's the guy and there's nobody else and opponents key in on him and he's still productive. So
who are your 4? I think you said 4, right?
They're all in the same city. They're all in Milan. I had Lautaro.
Okay.
Barella, Leao, and Theo Hernandez.
No Maignan?
At the doorstep.
Okay.
Okay. There's a number of Serie A players that are at the doorstep. What I consider Smalling world class. Did you see him against Candreva in match week 1? No. So
in his prime, he was, I would say elite, I guess, at his prime.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he's world class. So typically in these type of conversations, you're typically the more stricter one, and I'm the one who will more freely give out name titles, whatever.
I just don't like giving it away cheaply because in the past I would say somebody is world class and then they go to complete shit. And it's like, okay, you need to, stand the test of time for me to call you that. I want that. I want world class to be an exclusive fraternity, if you will.
100%. And I think my definition, and it's funny because Matteo said I'm way too strict with this. I'm probably the strictest, at least the people I know, it seems like. But my definition is, and they're not too dissimilar from yours. You have to be an elite level player for many years to be considered world class. You can be elite fairly quickly. There are some players that have world class talent. Zaniolo has glimpses here and there. Dybala has glimpses here, and I think I labeled Dybala as world class. But I think Presley, and Presley, I probably only label one player as world class because I feel he's done it for enough years, and he seems to be getting better with age, and that's gonna be Barella. I'm getting a lot of hate for that. It's Barella. There's a lot of players playing elite. There's a lot of players with world class talent. Leao, Maignan, and a bunch of the guys you mentioned. Chiesa has world class talent, but it's just world class talent. And for me, they haven't done it long enough to say yes. You are a world class player, and it's very strict. I know this all started back when Belotti, when he had his 28 goals or whatever it was, and everyone was like, he's world class. And we're like, let's do it for more than 1 year, right? To your point with Kvaratskhelia and Leao breakout year. Next year, people started keying in on him. He struggled in the beginning and found a way to get out of it. Last year was arguably better than the year he hit MVP. Kvaratskhelia needs to do that too, right? And I think Kvaratskhelia has world-class talent. Osimhen, absolutely, right? But I want to see more years of this. Elite for me is like I mean, you think about guys like a Cruz or a Modric who've done it for years, decades. Totti did it for 20 years, right? Di Natale had world class talent. So it has to be longevity for me. You have to be elite for a long time, not just showing a flash in the pan for 1 or 2 years, or whatever, or a handful of years. It's got to be like 5+ years of elite level play where there's everyone's talking. Hey, is he in discussion for Ballon d'Or? Or what Ballon d'Or is just I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, I'm a little tougher on this. Like I said, I think Barella's done it just enough for me. There's a lot of guys who are just there, they're close, not quite there. In a few more years, I'll see them there. But like I said, maybe that's just I'm so strict with this. I don't know. But like you, I just don't like throwing this name around. Everyone wants to say everyone's the GOAT. Everyone's the GOAT. It's like, all right, not everyone is the GOAT, right? So let's pump our brakes on calling people world class. Like Lewandowski, he's world class. He's been doing it for a long time. Right.
I think those were the 4 guys that I said, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No. So like, I originally I think I said 4 guys as well, and I pumped my brakes since then. I think Barella is really the only guy for me. But there's a lot of guys who are on the precipice, like you said. So yeah, everyone has their thoughts on this. A lot of people, some people have more world class players than Bonetti put up there. So everyone is free to decide how they want, and that's just how I see the world class view and how you view it. So it's good conversation, fun conversation.
Yeah, I'm not far. The guys that are at the doorstep that I'm not far. Okay, obviously Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, and then I'd also say Giovanni Di Lorenzo out of Napoli. I don't think Roma have anybody that I would call world class.
Dybala has the talent. I mean, if he was more consistent, he certainly has the capabilities of it. But
for sure.
Pellegrini will get there, I think, for sure.
Yeah, Atalanta, I really don't have anybody, but Toon Koop Miners keeps playing the way he's playing.
Muriel is curious though, isn't he? With his goal to minute ratio, he's not world class, but man, he's something special.
Lazio, I can't even get there with Ciro Immobile. I mean, has he been good for long periods of time? I mean, and that's kind of crazy to say about a guy who's won Capocannonieri how many times? So
he's the best, most prolific goal scorer in Serie A. He would be the closest striker I would put to world class. He's close. He's absolutely elite. He's the best striker in the league. But yeah, I'm not ready to label him just world class just yet.
So
I want to see in the national team.
Right. He's one that I struggle with. There's nobody in Fiorentina.
Messi, yes.
Brian saying Charles de Ketelari. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's your list.
And you even brought this up. Like you want to see sometimes how they do in the national team as well. And guys like Rivaldo, who was world-class player for a club team, but for Brazil, he really didn't do much. And we've seen vice versa, where guys like Klose for the national team was freaking world class, but then for his club teams was So it depends. Yeah. They have to do it for longevity. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah, it's all subjective, as you said, and it's an interesting conversation.
It's a fun conversation.
Yeah, it is. Dybala has to, even with the injury problems, the numbers he puts up are mad. Yeah, but the problem I have with Dybala, Vincent,
big games.
Go
in the Europa League.
Go look at the 2017 Champions League final. He hid. I can point out some other big games too, but that one obviously will always jump out to me.
I will say in the Conference League and in particular Europa League, he did show up in those games. And Europa League, if he wasn't injured, if he wasn't on half a leg, I think he would have made a difference. And he nearly did make a difference in those games. So, he is close. He's got the talent. He absolutely has the talent.
Yep. I agree.